Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing a products I regret buying video, and I would love to do these more often, but I am fortunate that I really don't come across that many products that I don't love. When I buy things, I usually make out really good, so I went through my whole collection and this is what I found, and so I'm just going to show you things that I regret buying. I'm going to show them to you in the order in which I would apply them to my face. I don't know, that just makes sense to me. So the first thing, and I have to say this as a disclaimer, of course, if there's something here that you love, you know, everybody has different tastes, and no shade to any of these companies because there are brands in here that I really love. It's just I don't love these particular products for a variety of reasons. So you have to say that when you do these kind of videos because it's true. All right, so the first thing I'm going to show you is a lip balm by LA Colors. This is the LA Colors Love 'Em Lip Balm in the shade Treasured. And those are some swatches for something I'm going to show you in a minute. But the whole reason why people wear lip balm is to moisturize their lips, and I just don't find this to be moisturizing. It I don't know, it's not a good formula, so that is a fail, and I wish I hadn't bothered to buy that. The next thing is the PS Prep and Perfect Flawless Finish Lightweight Radiance Perfecting Base. And this is from Primark. This is their line of beauty products. I really loved this primer, and I love the packaging. It's so beautiful. And the price was right, as you can see, $7. But it broke me out. It broke me out so bad. And I do have sensitive skin, but I think this is the first time that I've ever used a primer and had it break me out. So there is something on this ingredient list that does not agree with me. And I don't really know what that is. The third ingredient is mineral oil, and that's, you know, not great for mineral oil to be an ingredient in your products, but yeah, there's something in here that doesn't agree with me, so too bad about that, because I did really like the primer in terms of what it did for my foundations, and yeah, the bottle is beautiful, and you get tons of it in here. So that was a fail for me. The next thing is a foundation. It's a foundation stick. It's the Maybelline Superstay multi-use foundation stick. And the first thing that I noticed when this came out was the color range. This is in the color 112. And look at this color. That's not the right color for me, right? I know that. This was the closest I could get for a match. And usually I don't have those problems with Maybelline. Maybelline is normally one of the brands that I go to get a perfect color match. This is Natural Ivory is what they call this. And in their liquid foundation range, I wear Ivory. So I don't know why this is so extremely yellow. But aside from that, this is very dry and cakey and does not blend well at all. I really, really dislike this. And that's unusual because I normally love all the Maybelline foundations. So very disappointed in that. Okay, this next thing, it's not the whole product range. It's just a color in the product range. And I'll explain what I mean. I'm talking about the Flower Beauty Blush Balm Color Drops. Now, I started off buying the one in Pinched, and I love this. I have no issues with this. I love the way it performs. I love the way it looks. I love the color. So I went back and bought 2 more shades. And Bubbly I like. It's like a a bright baby pink. So I like that one too. And the pinched one is just like a very natural flush of color, sort of on the peachy nude spectrum. But Bitten is a deep red. And I don't care how small of an amount I use of this, it's too much. Like one microscopic dot, the smallest you could possibly use. Let me do a demonstration for you. Okay, so I'm gonna put the smallest amount I can possibly get out of this tube onto my wrist here. Okay, just like one dot. And this is a clean brush. And watch this. Okay, so I'm blending it out. So when this is on your face, that one teeny tiny dot, you look like a clown. And it's very hard to work with. Look at how bad it stained the brush, and that probably will be a permanent stain now too. So I love this line, but just don't get this one. You won't be able to make it wearable. It's way, way too much. If I have to, there probably is a way I could make this work. Like, okay, so blend it out on your arm first, then go in with what's left on the brush and do it that way. Okay, so now I'm getting about the amount of stain that I want. But this is like all wasted, and that's probably going to stain my wrist. I probably won't be able to get that off. So yeah, this just isn't a practical color. Maybe if I had a deeper skin tone, it wouldn't be an issue. So maybe it's a case like that. But where I made out so great with these other two, I was so surprised at just how pigmented this one was. So that particular color did not work for me. Okay, the next product is a highlighter. And this is another one by LA Colors. And I'm not trying to pick on that brand because I really do love them. I've bought so many of their products over the years. I'm actually wearing one of their blushes right now. This is LA Colors Red Rouge blush is what I'm wearing in the shade Valley Girl. And I love this. So I do love a lot of their products, so I just don't want them to think that I'm picking on them. But the loose face and body shimmers, I have the shades Fairy Dust and Sugar Dust. And these are just, they're just way too glittery. It's like, yeah, you put that on your face and you look like a disco ball, you know? Like, there's such a thing, when I buy highlighters, I want like a sheen. Like, yeah, I don't think you're going to be able to see my highlight. It's too blended. And the lighting is off because it's a crappy day outside. I always get lousy lighting when it's crappy outside. But this is way too glittery, and it's like a dry, dusty glitter powder. It's like glitter mixed with like talcum powder or something. It's awful. So if you see these, I definitely don't recommend them unless you want to use them as a glitter. They would definitely work for that, but not if you want to use it as a face highlight, which is why I bought those. Okay, speaking of glitter, let's talk about a product that, again, like with the Flower Bomb Color Drops, this is a product that I'm going to talk about that I love the product, but you have to know which parts of the line are good and which ones are not to your liking, or not to my liking. You might like them, but I don't. Talking about the Princessa Pearl powders from shopmissa.com. There isn't a lot of information on that site because everything is $1. So they don't spend a lot of time with descriptions or explanations of things. So you kind of have to just take a leap of faith and buy things and hope for the best. They do have reviews on there, but the reviews aren't that in-depth, and they're not that good. The people who write the reviews are just ordinary, regular customers, so they're not reviewing it in the way like a beauty YouTuber would. So anyway, the numbers on the back, if it's just a straight up number, those I like. Like for example, this is number 99, and this is a matte black pigment. Love it, no issues with it. Number 12 is a copper metallic sheen pigment. Beautiful, stunning, love it. Okay, here's where it falls apart. Anything that has MG at the beginning before the number, I believe that stands for micro glitter. I have MG5 and MG12. And this is so hard to work with. I don't care if you use glitter glue or what you do. I would strongly recommend that if you buy these, you only use them as like cosplay or Halloween, and just put them like maybe on your face, because if you put these on your eyes, at the end of the day, even if you use glitter glue, when you go to take that off, you're going to get some of those particles in your eyes, and it could cause some serious damage. Now, I know that that's how it is with glitter anyway. It's like use at your own risk, but these are especially problematic because the glitter is so fine that if it does get in your eyes, you almost can't see it, but you can feel it, and it could do some serious damage. So anything with MG before the number, I would not recommend. And then there's also another line that has just the letter G and then a number. And this one is a chunkier glitter. I don't know. I just feel like if you get this in your eyes, this could really scratch you up, maybe even more than the micro glitter because it's larger chunks. So yeah, the ones that are super glittery, stay away from them, guys. It's just not worth it. I mean, you could scratch your cornea, or it's just so dangerous. But the other ones in the other finishes, I absolutely love, and I have bought tons of them. So if you just buy the ones that have just a number and don't have G or MG in them, you should be safe, because I've never had any issues with these other ones because of the texture of them is very nice. Okay, this next one, I don't regret buying it, but I'm just kind of shocked at what they're doing. What I'm talking about is, and I think you're all familiar with this product and the color, I'm talking about the Wet n Wild single in Nutty. I have it on my eyes right now on my lids. And what has happened to this color over the years? This started off as a cool-toned taupe, and then it was a little less cool tone, and now, if you look at this, it still looks like it always did, but when you apply it, look at my lids. The color on my lids looks nothing like this color in the pan. Okay, there's a finger swatch right there. And if you put this on your skin and really build it up, see how it has like a golden hue to it? So it's not taupe at all. And it didn't used to be like that. Before it was a cool tone taupe. So I've purchased this many times over the years because I always really liked it. But this new version that I just purchased recently is the warmest, most golden glowy of all. I don't know how you get this out of this, because to look at it, It's a cool tone taupe. So, I mean, I don't regret that I bought it though, but I want to include it in this video because I was so shocked when I put it on today because I just picked this up again recently. And when I put it on my eyes, thank God I did my lid shade first because I was going to use something completely different in the crease. But then when I saw what it looked like on my lids, I was like, whoa, I gotta go in a completely different direction here from my crease. And since I mentioned it, because it's hard to write this in the description box. Just in case you're curious, in the crease, I use the Revolutionn Reloaded Basic Mattes palette, and I used this shade right here because that corresponds with the color that it really is rather than what I see in the pan. All right, let's talk about eyeliners. Okay, these are all my black pencil eyeliners, the kind that I would use on my waterline or my tight line if I was going to be doing my eyeliner that way, which is the way that I did it today. I don't want anything that's going to be irritating, and I don't want anything that is not pigmented because I don't want to have to keep going over and over and over that line again. You don't want anything irritating because once your eyes start watering, you're not going to get anything to stick to it. So quality is really important with pencil eyeliners. So that's what these swatches are right here. So I wanted to show you which ones I regret buying. So let's see now. Okay, from your perspective, because the camera reverses the image for me, so we'll call this number 1. No, actually, let's go left to right. That makes a lot more sense. So this one is fine. That's CoverGirl Perfect Point Plus. No issues with that. The second one is e.l.f. No Budge Retractable Pencil. Yeah, it goes on super thin and dry and not pigmented. So that's a fail. Regret buying that. This one in the middle is, let's see. Okay, so CoverGirl, e.l.f., L'Oreal. The third one is L'Oreal. That one's okay. I don't like it as much as this one and this one, but it's okay, and I wouldn't say that I regret buying it because I could have just done like one more swatch. This is just one swatch for all these. I could have just done one more swatch to build it up, and I think it would have been okay. So that's the L'Oreal Infallible Never Fail eyeliner. This fourth one I regret buying. And it's one that used to be good years ago. And it is the Revlon Color Stay eyeliner in 201 Black. This used to be such a good eyeliner. I remember buying this all the time years ago, but same issue as with the e.l.f. one. It goes on really thin and really dry and is not pigmented. So would not recommend that. And then this one here is my favorite. I talk about these all the time. You probably know what I'm going to say. It's the Maybelline Tattoo Studio gel pencil liner. I have every color, and this really does never fail. I mean, it goes on super black, super pigmented, doesn't irritate my eyes in the slightest, and is, in my opinion, the best out of all of them. All right, let's move on to a brow pencil. This is the Morphe Micro Brow Pencil, and it doesn't even matter what the shade is, I guess. It's hazelnut, though, just in case you're curious. Okay. I'm going to do a swatch, and that will tell you everything you want to know. So this is hazelnut. Do you see anything? I don't see anything. This is the driest, least pigmented pencil I've ever bought. And I suspect that because it's so dry, it would, if you could get it to show up, it would probably break off on you. So this was a complete waste of money. I would never buy this again. And yeah, that's horrible. Okay, next is another e.l.f. product. And again, you know, not to pick on e.l.f. because e.l.f. has some great products. I use their Poreless Putty Primer under my foundation every single day, and it is a phenomenal product. So not picking on e.l.f. by any means. These are the Sheer Matte Liquid Lipsticks. Oh, this formula is not nice at all. It just doesn't apply nice. And you try to like work with it and oh, it's not good at all. And I've used some e.l.f. lip products that I really, really liked. So what happened was I bought one of these. I love the color range on these, but if the formula's no good, what good is it, you know? But I bought one and I thought that I had used it. And I saw it in the drawer one day and I was like, oh yeah, these come in such pretty colors. I should pick up a couple more. And then when I went to use one of the new ones that I bought, I was like, oh no, these aren't good. So that was a waste of money. So I have Praline Petal, Blushing Rose, and Tea Rose. The colors are great. I love the colors so much. But you put this on your lips and it's like you just cannot get this to work. Let me just randomly pick one and this is Praline Petal. I mean, it's not going to tell you much by just looking at it, but I don't know. I can't figure out what the problem is with the formula, but just does not go on your lips nice at all. I think it's like too dense and too pigmented. It needs to be like creamier and smoother. And the funny thing is, it's called Sheer Matte. What the heck is sheer about that? That's crazy pigmented. But yeah, it needs to be creamier. It's too dry. So you can't like spread it on your lips. It just goes like patchy and ugh, horrible. And then the last one is a setting spray. This is Makeup Obsession Moon Glow. And it does say illuminating fixing spray, but when they said illuminating, I didn't know that it was going to be glitter. When you spray this, thank God I did a spray like in the air and on an arm before I sprayed it on my face because I would never spray this on my face. This is more like if you were going to Coachella or something. Spray it on your décolleté, your shoulders, your legs if you've got shorts on. And it's going to be really pretty like out in the sun at a party or a concert or something. But it says fixing spray. So if you see something that says fixing spray, wouldn't you think that that meant like for your face? So no, that's not what this is. So I don't go to concerts or places like that, so I can't really see myself using this. Maybe at the beach. Maybe I could wear this before I went to the beach and then the sun would make me look all sparkly. Yeah, that might look pretty. So that's it, guys. These are products that I regret buying, except for the Wet n Wild Nutty. I don't regret buying this. I just wish that they hadn't changed the color. So that's it. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.